Hello, Team Basecamp. Hey, Coach Tim here with our week 4 preview. It's hard to imagine it's week 4. To be honest, when I was writing these plans, I really saw this week as probably one of the most challenging weeks of the entire program because a lot of us have holidays going on in this time frame. We're in this week. We're in our first rest break. We do have our second FTP test later in this week. So there's a lot going on. So my best advice to you is start the week with a couple of deep breaths. Make sure we get through this week well. Try to get in a little extra rest. You have an extra rest day and some easier work this week. That's probably your core function number one, your core goal of this week. Try to downregulate, try to get in rest where you can. Here's why. You get stronger when you rest. We've spent the last 3 weeks slowly progressing and loading, trading the load. Now we want to let that load bake in there, right? And it's as we rest after we've created a certain amount of fatigue, the concept of supercompensation, that's how we get stronger. So if you want to improve, the rest is important. Unfortunately, a lot of us, we are junkyard dogs as endurance athletes. We're just programmed. But no, Tim, I want to do more. I've got a couple of days I can squeeze in some things. I want you to rest. So a couple of things about resting well in this week. Based on how much fatigue you're carrying, I want you to be comfortable taking this Tuesday strength workout off. We do typically leave that in there because some people have a little bit of extra work. They can do that strength work. It depends where you're at with the strength work. But I got to be honest with you, I would probably recommend most of you would be better taking it off. That being said, we leave it in there to be your option. So that's kind of key overview number one. Number two is we're going to do some extra resting, an easier Monday. You know, we had to juggle the schedule with the holidays a little, some extra rest, a little bit of workout coming in. You have your second FTP test. This is always the trickiest one, right? There is this reality, this time to adaptation reality that's well reflected in what's known as the Bannister model and Bannister impulse response model, to be specific. And we're going to be teaching that this week. And what it basically tells us is there's two responses to exercise stimuli. One, which is like immediate or acute, and that's fatigue. I do a big 4-hour workout today. I'm just tired tomorrow. I'm not anymore fit. I'm just tired. The other is fitness, which is a more chronic response. It takes us about 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks to adapt to the exercise stimuli to get most of that fitness or to get the peak fitness from a workout. So if you think about it, a workout I'm doing today has its peak impact somewhere between 4 and 8 weeks into the future. Fatigue is tomorrow, right? But that fitness impact is further on. And that's the trickiness of managing a training plan. That means that you might not in this test do any better. We haven't had enough time to let those chronic fitness gains begin to build up. You might do better. It really depends on where you are, where you weren't. So where you weren't, where you were not. I think going into this test, the main message that I have to you is we're going to continue to improve your testing skills. Look forward to a lot of guidance on this week, this week, but relax into this week. Don't stress this test. The next one, yeah, we're going to put a little more emphasis on, right? We're going to really drive to see what's changing in our bodies. Are we improving? How are things going? This one, you can come in with a little lighter mentality. That doesn't mean lighter effort. I want you to get after it, but we don't have to stress this one as much. Okay, awesome. Any questions? Make sure you read the article below. Look forward to learning and growing with you this week. Talk soon.